ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand,
and that's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. The games just for fun, we'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
Well, good evening everybody, welcome back to VP4TV. I'm not dead yet, I am still here. What title? Oh, the match title, I forgot to update it. Well, if I do that now, I'm just going to have to tab out. In fact, I'll just do that now to annoy you, seeing as you reminded me. Hang on a minute. I will be back with you in a second. It should update on the stream. I forgot to do it. I forgot to do everything else I was tinkering about with the XSplit this afternoon. And we will rectify that now. Right, if you update your stream, the title should be changed. Right, what time have we got here? We are about a minute away, well, 2 minutes away almost from the start. Race to 6, round 3 match. And as Matt pointed out to me when he sent me a message, the loser of this match will have to deal with Albinario. So it's good and bad news tonight. I've already made my prediction. I think Matt is just going to edge it by 6 frames to 4. What Coldest Pillow has to do is to administer punishment and take all the chances that he can get to score. And I think the other thing is he can get enough chances, but is he going to score as much as Matt? That's maybe the debate. So welcome everybody. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. We are just waiting on the room going up. Probably another 45 seconds for the room going up. There's a 9-ball on the bar table, I think, going on at the moment. Brainful out and Bobby Barris. I haven't checked the bracket to see if there's any more matches set. In fact, we won't bother doing that. The room is up. Let's get in. Again, we'll have the lag for the break. I'm pretty confident in stating that we won't have the same trouble that we had with Stubb. But then again, we never do. So Coldest Pillow is in. Now, have you checked your live stream title? Now, it should be okay. Right, Coldest Pillow. Oh, look at these cues. They're angled weird. Coldest Pillow on the right hand side. Matt on the left. Is that going to get there? Not quite, I don't think. So Coldest Pillow can break or put Matt in. He's chosen to give it to Matt. So let's hope we have a good one. And straight away, the thing about the break in VP4 is that sort of 9 times out of 10, and I'm pretty confident in saying this, 9 times out of 10, the black is immediately getting locked up with the red. And Coldest Pillow straight in with a long pot. And I can't see him getting much more out of this unless he juices this up big time, runs forward a lot and tries to run around the corner into these. I can't see him getting anything else. And he's seen sense and stuck Matt behind the brown. However, what he hasn't done is blocked the angle on the left hand rail. This is just an easy hit. Had to get that cue ball really tight to block off the line on that left hand rail. Quick update and having a look at the pack, make sure there's nothing lined up, and Matt's having a quick look to make sure. Now that's a good line to the brown. Well, good effort. Had the right idea. Now this is dangerous. It's dangerous to play the safety off that red because you're pushing it over this bottom right hand corner pocket. The other danger would be going for the pot. Coldest pillow again. Good length in the cue ball, and this time Matt's got the problem he can't see the right side of the pack. He's going to be bringing a red into play. Those three reds at the back of the bunch that we're looking at, that's the ball he's going to hit there. And I think he's worried about bringing that red into play, so he's took the other option, going thin off the extreme left red. And again, the length of cue ball is excellent. The Coldest pillow can play this right red towards the reds and black, and hopefully there'll be a stopper for it. He has to get it thin though. He doesn't want to take a lot of chunk off that red. And that's not a bad response either. Now remember what I've said about playing safeties in snooker. You must always have a target. And clearly up by the yellow and brown, that's the zone that you're looking for. So you're looking for a line that will help you get there. Again, this is a thin edge. And any thicker, and it exposes this red on the right side of the table. Well, shot to nothing. And of course now we have a situation with the black and the pink tied up. I'm pretty certain the black's not going anywhere. Definitely not. Well, he's left it short on the blue. But loads of room to manoeuvre the cue ball. You can't really play the yellow, the problem's the brown. If he's going to play the yellow, he's got to get a big stun in this to avoid the brown. Well, he checked the cue ball, loads of left hand side. Now it needs to bump. Well, he's on a red. But again, it's always hard work when these colours are tied up. He's going to have to punch this in to get the cue ball up. Once again, slightly the wrong side of the blue. And it's a bit too straight as well. Well, the right thing to do here is duck. Is it actually worth taking the 5 points and trying to run this cue ball? Well, he's looking at coming out behind the black here if he's playing that. Oh, he thinks that one next to the pink may well go. I think he can get most of it. Yeah, he can. Well, nothing doing now. I think this is very tight looking. Definitely. Well, this looks like this is opening out to the reds up by the black. It doesn't look as if it's going to get to the pack at this angle. I think it's going to open out. Well, I suppose Coldest Pillow could accept that simply because the black and red are really sitting no good. The points that Matt's going to get is not going to be a heck of a lot because there's so much work to do with the cue ball to get on colours. And the obvious thing is trying to free up that red and black. I don't know that that's landed too good either. You can certainly pot the yellow. Good evening to Mark. That's done the trick as far as freeing the black goes, but the problem is that red next to the black spot is the issue. And that black might be touch and go as to whether it's going to spot. And in this case it goes in the highest spot available, which is the blue, and that probably isn't too bad. At least now he's got an excuse for getting rid of this red and then trying to put that black back in its place. So that's going to open up the game a bit more. Well, the obvious shot here is getting either the bottom red or taking a risk and going into the pink. Well, obviously he was impeded when he potted that ball, deciding to take the blue, and the black stopped the cue ball running forward, but he still might have enough of this red. Struggling to get the right side of that blue. Now I'm looking at these reds, I don't see anything doing after this. He's got a very, very tiny angle. There's nothing at all going on there. Running with right hand side. And, well, got an easy safety. Come down behind the brown and blue. Hasn't quite got the legs. So Matt with a 32-point lead. Welcome to Cobra. Well, has that red got legs to get to the black? And the brown's not coming to the rescue. That red looks very tight to get enough of it to pot it. So the black now tied up again. Got to watch this as thin enough. Yeah. So now it's more difficult to get cover the way these colours are sort of spread out at the bottom of the table. But the other thing also is that the line that you take off that now is Coldest Pillow going to do something crazy? No, he isn't. The line, if you were going off the right hand side of that pack, that green gets in the way slightly to try and get to the baulk cushion. Well, Matt's going to be having a go at this. And he's probably getting away with it. It's awkward over that yellow. Really awkward. But again, you can thin off that red, push it to the side rail and come back down towards the green. Down that sort of line. Well, Coldest Pillow decided to make a move. Forgot about the cue ball though. I would have still played the safety there without a shadow of a doubt. But that's just me. You know, if you're going to play the pot, you've got to think about the cue ball in terms of where am I trying to put the cue ball with the pot. Now, the way it turned out, it was all on the pot, and you know, you're just hoping the cue ball stays good somewhere on the table. Well, you can pot the red, get over to that left-hand side by the red and black, somewhere in that direction, and try and pot the pink in the middle. That way you're using the angle that you've got. Well, again, that was all the focus on the pot, and not so much about getting the cue ball manoeuvred. If I had played that pot there, I was heading over to that left side. Trying to use the yellow, and that's well played. This is what I'm talking about. You've got to play to common sense values here. There's no point in trying to be a hero and potting everything. Well, if Matt gets a second go at that, he'll probably stick it to the reds this time. What Coldest Pillow's got to hope is that he hits the back of the red so he's got a path back to bulk. And you see Matt's hit the front, and the difficulty there is getting back to bulk. Although he can pot, if I go at this red, he can get the back one of the three. Now this needs to move so he's not hampered by the blue. So now that we have that red out of the way, you've got the two reds behind the pink, everything goes. And if Coldest Pillow plays this right, now when I say play this right, what I'm talking about again is not trying to be a hero. Take what's there, and then if the worst comes to the worst with the final red, then you just nail Matt on that black. You know, if you get an angle of some description, you can try and bump them out, but that's something you deal with nearer the time. You don't try and improve that red when you've got reds and colours to play for. So this angle in the brown, watch that middle pocket though. Got to get a hold of the cue ball. Yeah. Now, if he wants to get crazy, he could get crazy here. He's got an angle on that red at the back of the pink, but then that's taking a big risk that you're still going to be on a colour. Now, if he comes up table and gets good in the pink, he may well have that opportunity again. Well, he hasn't played it. I thought he'd have been trying to come up the table to run that cue ball. Well, he's got an angle here, but he's got to force that in. Well, that's worked out nice. Pressure pot though. Only 7 points behind. And you'd think if he doesn't get this though and leaves it on, that could be frame over. Well, he's going to leave it on. That was make or break. Now, I asked the question, was it really necessary to hit that as hard? Because the pink and black were there. You didn't have to come try and force it down for a bulk colour. So, unless Matt makes a mistake, this is probably going to be first frame. $16 the lead. The brown secures the frame, and the blue takes any doubt out of it. So Coldest Pillow done everything right, got that breakout on the red and the black. I just think he hit it too hard. So first frame on the board after about 19 minutes or so. Well, this time the black is free into one corner pocket, blocked by the other red on the right. Needs to miss the brown. Might just sneak out behind the green. Well, we need to go and have a quick look. That's a good shot, but Coldest Pillow this time got to get this and has a good line to come off this red. I just think that if he's just a tad short in weight, that could have been very good by another 2 or 3 inches running on it. Again, Matt, just double checking the pack. There is, well, that's not a plant, those 2 reds, it's going to the back cushion. But he's freed up a red, and Coldest Pillow can get a clean shot at it. The problem is the black's no good. Well, if he rolls through far enough, the pink's good. Watch the cue ball. Well, he's not that good from there. Yes, you can get the 6 points, but if you're trying to do anything more ambitious with the cue ball, you're going to end up overhitting the pink. I think it's just a case of cut and run. Yeah, he's trying the acrobatics. That red gets bumped back in line with the black if it goes in its spot. Well, this is just a little nip. Maybe bump the other red. No, he's gone the other way. So it's going to be a long blue. And I think he can go forward and get that red at the top of the bunch as we look near the pink spot. Needs to get off the cushion though. But all he needs to do here is run forward. Now if he gets a good angle in the black, he can bump that red out the way. That should be a priority here. And he can certainly, I think, get a bump in the red. I mean, it's touch and go. I think the angle's more likely the cue ball wants to leak away behind the red. And if he goes forward, he's got nothing else on this side. Yeah, I think he tried to get a bump. It was always dodgy there, that slight angle he had. So, run for cover. Wasn't the best of lines off that red, the way the cue ball was sitting. But Matt with the early lead in frame 2. And this is tricky as well, this safety. This has got in off all over it. Unless he's lining up the pot. Yeah. Well, he's fluked a red. Now he's going to be annoyed he isn't on a colour. Well, he isn't at that end. And now the danger is that he sent a red into bulk. So now he's forced into playing the pot. Now again, you know, how many times I say this, it's not the fluke. The fluke doesn't matter. It's what you get from it that matters. Well, he's immediately got himself in trouble. He's bumped to green. It's blocked his path to the red. He's blocked to the other red that's in the open, and he's in trouble. Big trouble. Now he's looking for some route somewhere, and it's dicey. But see that red second to the right of the black, the right in the middle. He can roll right through to that red, push it to the top rail, and probably not leave an awful lot on. That one right in the middle. Well, he committed all out for the pot. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. And I think he's landed on the pink as well. Pressure pot there from Coldest Pillow. Now, where's the pink going? Well, the pink's gone in the black spot. He's got a very narrow gap if he's going to pot this red and try and play the black between those two reds. Look, if he just comes out a bit, he can cut the blue into the side. Well, he's coming out. Got himself on the black if he wants it, but he's also got to keep in mind of this red down in bulk. If he gets himself in trouble, he's got no route for escape up the table here or down the table. Oh, that little bump. That little bump there just done him a huge favour. Again, the angle's not great, but he'll just be pleased he's on a red. Now he's in trouble. He's in trouble big time. He is nailed to the red pretty much, not quite a touching ball, but he thinks he can see the yellow. And this is the danger of having that red in bulk. Needs the green for cover. And he's got it. Oh no, hasn't he? Hasn't. He's left a pot on, I think. Has he? Is there enough of that red? Or is it going to overcut? I think there might be enough there. Or even so, if you just twist the cue ball a bit, you might make enough of it. Not a lot going on up the table there for Matt. I think he's got to go for this. That's what he's trying. Yeah, that was well done. And again, he's not ideal. The black's covered with the yellow, I think. So just going to nail him, or leave him as awkward as he can. So it's all about controlling the table in these situations where it's sort of messy and, you know, awkward. Just as long as you're in control of the table, that's all that matters. Give your opponent all the problems to deal with. Now that was a good shot. Just got it a bit thick, but actually very well played. In fact, a lot better result than I thought it was going to be. But Matt's got a shot to nothing here. One of those two reds he'll be playing. If it goes in, he'll be down for green or brown. Watch the cue ball. So he's got a fairly straight black if he fancies it. And he's got reds there waiting on him. Ideally, if he can run through for that second red, and I think he's on it. I think he's on it. The second red, that one there. That one. No, he's just short. I think he's just short on it. That's really the one he wants out of the way as well as this one. Another couple of inches there, he was fine. Roll that red in, he's on the pink. And could have dealt with the other one as well. Well, this is most certainly a frame winning opportunity, but once again he's at the wrong side of the black. And that red next to the yellow. He's not quite gone through far enough for comfort here. Wanted to be sort of almost staring down the barrel in that red, make it simpler. Now he has to hope he gets lucky, and I think he might get away with this. Yeah. Coldest pillow will be trying to duck in behind the green. That's too heavy. That's way too heavy. I mean, yes, the red's are more or less on the cushion, but it's given Matt, the fact that the red's there, it's given Matt a free shot again. I would have played that a lot better to get down behind that green there. So that red on the side cushion is, well, you really need to play a bad shot to get behind it and leave a pot on for your opponent. So overcut the red, send it in amongst the other reds. Watch, that's too thick. That's way too thick. That had to be a lot thinner to get that cue ball to go to the rail up top, side rail in behind the blue and down towards the green. And Matt's underhit that as well. Well, this is a good opportunity here for Coldest Pillow. If he can nail this red, at least he'll be in control of the table. He's had a little bump in the blue. Once again, he's also wrong side of the black. But you know, he could still run for cover. But the 7 points comes in handy. But he's going to have to run the cue ball. Now, how's that going to finish off? Bumps the red. He's sitting good in the other red, but look at where the black's gone. Unbelievable. Cue ball needed to bump through another 1.5 there. Well, he can just roll dead to these. Doesn't want to scoot out. Well, Matt has got to find the line up towards the green and brown. Oh, he hasn't hit that at all. He hasn't hit it at all. That's 4.5 feet short of where he wanted the cue ball. So this frame is very much in the balance. One mistake could be costly, or one good safety could reap benefits. But now the black's tied up. But these balls are going to be moving about with this safety exchange. I'll have a quick drink. Blue needs to come to the rescue. Don't think it has though. So Coldest Pillow having a look at the potting angle. Now again, you don't want to get too ambitious here. You just want to pot the red. You don't want to start banging stuff and trying to bump into these or doing it. It's too thin an angle anyway, but well, you play the green. The pink's covering the red on the left side. You want to be using the brown to cover the reds on the right side by the black. So let's see if he's got the touch. Got to get behind that brown. And that's again far too heavy. He's got a touch like a sledgehammer. I keep telling people, zoom in and play these little delicate touch shots. The Matt should never have been seeing enough of this red. He's got an easy safety. And if that had another foot of running on it, Coldest Pillow was in dire straits. Well, this is imperative that he gets good length on this. Try and get somewhere up near the green. Got the length. Very good length. And that makes the safety shot a lot more difficult. Red's going to be opened up. And a good safety. gets the reward as far as having a red to pot, but pink and black no good. Well, the yellow's the ball to let the cue ball run. But it hasn't got the running on it. So once again, very thin edge. I think I'd be more inclined to play the right red eye, that one. Down behind the blue. Again, the pace is pretty good. Now, has the blue done its job? It certainly has done there. And Matt's in trouble. Good safety. Gets the reward. And Matt's scratching his head, trying to work out something here, looking for the line off the right side rail. I think that's not going to get there. I think it's just going to straight up off the rail, yeah. Well, Coldest Pillow's got a choice. Is he hoping for something better? The pink, his Matt's not going to hit it to the extent he's going to bump the pink and black if he puts them in again. And if Coldest Pillow takes his choice here, this red's too straight. So he can't do any bumping onto the black and pink anyway. So he's in a bit of a dilemma as to what he does here. All he's going to get out of it is like 1 point. Unless he's trying to do something miraculous with the cue ball. Well, tight black into the middle pocket, it gains you 7 points. Now he has to hope that the pink and black come to the rescue as the cue ball bouncing. Yes, but not enough. And Matt's still got to get out of there. Pink and black's no good. Green and brown are a wee bit awkward, being this far down the table. Now, he's on the pink. That was very well played. Big chunk of right hand side in the cue ball to straighten it off that cushion. So Matt now with a 5 point lead. And, well, this is a critical point in the frame. As far as Coldest Pillow goes, if he nails this, got the bump in the brown. Well, he shouldn't have any problem here in terms of potting the green and potting the brown. But he still needs to get onto the blue. I think, what is he? He's 10 in front. 14 in front with the brown. He needs the blue. Now he might just take his medicine and leave a long blue here. He could be trying to get it out in behind it, and he's got to miss the bump. And he has done. And it's worked out very nice. So 19 in front, 13 in the table. Just got to roll this in or over the pocket. Excuse me. So, second frame goes to MC Clarkey. Black tied up again. Good pot. Didn't get a lucky nudge there. It could have done me getting a bump or something, but you're always relying on luck to have had a shot in that black, but it would have freed it up. And Coldest pillow now. Got a couple of reds in the open. That needs to keep running again. It's in between shots here, this cue ball. Anywhere sort of there, he would have probably taken the pink. We'll just, I would assume a kill shot for the pink in the middle, but he really wants to come back a bit. Well, this is going to do damage. Big shot early in the frame. And the only problem is he hasn't got enough top in the cue ball. He's nailed. He's nailed in amongst them. Yeah, there's trouble here. He's just playing a little dab. Yeah. Well, that makes no difference. Well, we could have 20 minutes of this, but I doubt it. Sooner or later, somebody's going to make a mistake, and the red will be exposed. Now, if this was here's an example. If this was a professional game, both players would already be looking at one another and coming to an agreement to restart the frame. In a professional game, with these reds sitting like this, you make the mistake, your opponent's going to probably clear the table. So the pros would very much both agree to restart this. And the thing about VP4 is that you can offer to you can offer your opponent to re-rack, but your opponent has to agree to it. And I've just answered here Pig's question. I've just looked at the chat there. Yes, the VP4 snooker does that, but like I say, the other player has to agree that. Now here's the question: does either of these two players know that? Well, they do. That's a relief. They do. They've decided to re-rack. There's only like 20 points in it or whatever. So here we go. Frame number 3, take 2. That's just going to sneak out. Well, you're crushed into luck here. Well, that's it's bumped to black. The black is on. However, you pot the black, it's still impeded by the red at some point. Not that the black's going to get potted now. Well, that's gone to the rail too soon. Coldest pillow has a start. And, well, if the assumption is he's going to pot the red and hopefully for him get on a bulk colour or something. Well, he hasn't hit that. The top spin has killed it. And provided he gets the brown and pots that red up top, he's got to get back off this red. Ideally, you want to be there in this black. That way, you can pot the black and bump the red out of the way. Needs to keep going. It needs to keep running. And that's 2 straight, I think. But he can maybe pot it from the other side. He's going to be square on it though. And he needs to come back out of there. Now, big shot. He's trying to do damage. No, he's trying to get the red left of the pink. That's tight anyway. And now he's just going to try and either run into the pack or skim them off them and get behind the black. Matt, I think looking to see if he can get the edge of that red and skim down into bulk here. I don't know whether he can. Yes, he should remap it. Remap it to backspace. Then you don't have that accident. Well, the blue was in the way. Now Coldest pillow hasn't got a shot. I thought that red there might go, but it doesn't. Well, that's a cracking shot. That is a cracker. Shot of the night so far. And if he's looking at that pink, does the pink go? Aye, that would do a hell of amount of damage. But again, the common sense has prevailed. And let's see whether Coldest Pillow's got a line. Yes, he has. He can get to the pack off the long cushion. Well, Matt can't get back to bulk. So sooner or later there'll be an opportunity for one of them to get away from this situation. Well, you can see the edge of that red. He can certainly get away from it. Yeah, he can. Well, he's got a tough one here, because that red on the extreme right is very thin, and he's got it. Needs to miss the yellow. This is a good length cue ball. That's very well played, because he's now blocking that right side of the pack. This is the kind of game I like watching, because there's just as much skill in playing good safety shots as there is in potting balls. But there is a mistake. Red cuts into the side, and there's 3-4 reds available here if Matt can get control of the cue ball. Well, that's probably finished. Not too bad. Potting the brown. He can run through for the red into the middle, but he wants to have the right angle in the red into the middle. And that isn't it. Now, he might be able to sneak through to get on the black. He might be able to get... See, this red that's nearest the black is a problem, because that's just impeding how much room you've got to work with. In fact, he's on the pink instead. That'll do nicely. Where's the pink going? Well, it's on its spot. Well, that's done damage. And is he on that red? No, he isn't. So he's got a long one up table. Does that squeeze past the pink? I think it does, yeah. Oh, he's played that very well. Excellent pot. And now he's in business. Well, all the reds are available. They all go one way or another. What's he done with the cue ball here? Oh, he's just on it. Bit straight though. So let's look at those two reds there. They all go. I mean, not a problem with them at all. It's just the order that you take them. So he needs the angle in the black to come around the other side. Well, this is going to bump something if he's playing it just plain. He might do more harm than good doing that though. See, those reds would be best left well alone. And he hasn't... Has he got... I think he is. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's excellent. Watch the cue ball again. Doesn't want to be hampered by the red. Now this is just a little stun up the table for one of those two reds. Well, he hasn't stunned it. He's let it run. I would have stunned that. But he's fine. He May well get a little brush off the other red, I'm not sure. But it's all good to go now. And you'd expect him to clear up. The break goes to 52. Oh, you definitely love that, Larry. I can tell. It's what you get up in the morning for. Well, Matt, 40 in front. So the black will secure the frame or the pink. But he's wanting to do the business here because he's got a chance of getting to 3 figures. So this is a critical one. Get good on this last red. The other problem ahead is the green ball. He hasn't got there. He hasn't got there. He had all that acreage to get the cue ball into, but it's a thin one. Very well done. Now it just needs to stop short here. Moves on to 76. So green ball is the major problem with the blue being there. He may well have to come over on the short side of the green. Well, he can. He can come over on the short side if he wants. He can run 2-3 rails to get on that green. If he's going to play the yellow, he can hold it here. Maybe need to check the cue ball to get on the brown. Well, that blue is such a hindrance where it's sitting. And he's missed the bump, and that's again turned out nice. He's got a slight angle on the brown. He can run around the corner and get out of there. And the pace is good. Needs a nice bump though. Needs a nice bump. That takes him to 91. So all on this shot. Well, this couldn't be easier for his first, well, I think it's his first century of the tournament. Somebody will go and check the stats. Well, he won't get the high run in the tournament. That's 111 from Rodney. But that's very well done from Matt. And Matt secures the third frame with our first century of the night, 109. Well, Matt jokingly said in the stream when he was in earlier on that when I were asking for score predictions off Brainfall Out, and Matt typed in 6-0 to me. Well, he's halfway home. Oh, there's a little rub. There's a little rub. Oh, they come in handy. By the way, Larry, where were you last night when all the craziness was happening? And I mean, I'm talking a level of craziness that you couldn't imagine. In fact, that wasn't last night, it was the previous night. That match with Tarek. That's the weirdest situation I've ever witnessed. Mind you, if you'd watched the rerun of the live stream, you would see it. how can I describe an abbreviated version of what happened? First of all, Tarek and Bankster had problems getting started their match. The two queues appeared in the room, but Tarek was dead. And so we had maybe 15 minutes, them trying to get started, getting out of VP4, coming back into VP4, nothing happened. So then I got on to Simon. No, in fact I didn't. What then happened is that I think Bankster eventually decided to leave the room again, but he left in the wrong manner, and the match ended up getting forfeited. So we had two things needing done. We needed the match reset so that they could send a proposal again and get it started. And I asked Simon to do that, and also to restart the server. We'll get to the fun bit in a minute. So after all that was done, they came back in. They got the match started, I think, and as we watched it in the live stream, and all the guys here who were there will agree with us, everything looked fine, and Bankster was 2-0 up on the scoreboard. And then the third frame came along, and the third frame, as far as I was concerned watching it, was won by Bankster. But when the third frame finished, the scores on the HUD went to 1 apiece, and the bracket also showed 1 apiece. So I think at some point there, I'm thinking, well, I must be severely out of sync. And so I restarted VP4, came back in to the game, and it was still 1 apiece. Now the punchline is coming, Larry. I'll get there in a minute. The punchline is coming. There was a load of confusion by myself. It was still showing 1 apiece. And then further along the line, I'm asking the guys, what the hell's the score? And the two of them said, they were both happy, the two of them said it's 2-1 to Tarek. So we'd sat for an hour and a half watching a match that, as far as we knew, it was 3-0 to Bankster. And the two of them were having a laugh. So it was looking as if there was some sort of serious sync problem. But having come back in after restarting VP4, the scoreboard never changed from what it did show, which was 1 apiece. It remained 1 apiece. Even 3 or 4 of the guys came into the room to confirm what I was seeing, and it still showed 1 apiece. So get Steve to explain that to us then, because I've never witnessed that before. That was definitely Twilight Zone stuff. And then, of course, last night we had Stubb against Liddle, and you know what happened there. Stubb came in, and then he starts disconnecting. Liddle was up, I think, 2-0 at the time. Stubb had loads of problems. Everything was hanging up. He was getting a black screen. We asked him to reboot. He eventually said he did. He was still getting a black screen when he was trying to come in the room. The replay. It was nothing to do with that. And then the decision was made to forfeit Stubb to get the match over with. And then a room was set for the two of them to play. Just a normal match room. And so off they went to play, and we still had the same stuff happening. So nobody saw the proper score except the players, Larry. That's exactly what it was. Only the two players knew the score. We were all happy it was 3-0 to Bankster. I mean, that's what's bloody weird about it. I mean, I can accept the fact that I could have been out of sync because, the obvious thing is that you can sometimes notice sync where the balls, the cue ball maybe finishes in a position and then it suddenly jumps a little bit. We all know that. You know then that you're out of sync. There was nothing to suggest that I'd been sitting watching that match for an hour and a half and it was out of sync. But what was the funniest bit of it was the fact that the two guys were saying, no, it's 2-1 to Tarek. I mean, and it's also the fact that the HUD in the room said one apiece, and the tournament bracket said one apiece. So that's a serious mess up, however you describe it. Yeah, I was slagging off Tarek. You bloody right I was. Oh dear. Oh, I tell you, I'm still totally baffled. Nobody can come up with an explanation or an answer to it, and I don't even think it's worth asking Steve. I think it's a waste of time. Right, where have we got to after all this kerfuffle? We've got Coldest pillow with a dodgy pink when he should be ducking for cover here, in behind that yellow and blue. Well, he so wants to take this pink on. This is suicidal. He'll be a hero if he gets it and gets on a red, but he'll be a bit of a numpty if he doesn't. Well, he's got the pink and he's got the red, and now he's got a frame winning opportunity. That was brave. But he still may well have to deal with these two other reds. Well, no, he won't. He just needs to get good, and he's in no man's land here. Get into the cue ball a wee bit too much there. Maybe wanted that second red behind the pink first. Well, this is where he's got to play a good shot. You've got to get hold of the cue ball, come back this side for that red at the back of the two reds. Needs to slow up. He's overcooked it. Oh dear. And that'll be a semi-pro wiggle. Aye, well the bracket's fixed itself when the match finished. It did that. It fixed itself when the match finished, but it was, until the match actually finished, it was just showing one apiece, and then it probably showed 2-1 when Tarek won the other frame and whatever. Well, this is a good shot to nothing because you're bringing the cue ball down to the blue and yellow here. And if the worst comes to the worst, you just stick Matt on the blue. That should be the plan here with this shot. Full concentration in the pot, but let the cue ball run out. Now he needs a nice bump, and he ain't getting it. Well, this angle in the brown, he might be running into the blue. He wants to go forward clearly to get the red at the back of the pink. He's fine. Loads of room. Well, this is the make or break shot. He's got a 16-point lead. Gets this and gets on a colour. He should be off and running. Oh dear. And maybe the gravity of the situation got to him there. Now he's just hoping and praying that he's going to get another shot. And this is needing a good pot in the black. Loads of room to get on the yellow. No problem there. Yeah, Stubbs just been ranting and raving on Facebook to me. Loads of Fs and bullshit. that sort of summarises up what he said. But I mean, even Stubb has some sort of common sense in him somewhere to understand that everything was done to give him every opportunity to get played. You know, the match would have been updated in the bracket had things gone the other way. But even with a room being set for them, with the match being over, Stubb still was buggered basically. Well, Matt, 6 behind. This is a shot. And that's, again, very well done. Nice pace. And this is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. But that critical pot that Coldest Pillow missed there, the importance of the pot, that maybe affected his judgment on the pot. And Matt is sitting plumb on the pink for a 4-0 lead. Of course, it could be 2 each for all I know. I might have been out of sync for the last hour or so as well. So Coldest Pillow very much up against it now. But you've got to stick to your guns. You know, you can't start getting desperate. You've got to play the table as it is. And another very solid break from Matt. And that's, well, it needs a bump in the green, because that was running the country mile. That would have been on that red to the left of the pack there had it not bumped the green. But it might have not. It might have ran up into the pack. It was so heavy. But the dead weight roll now. Black spot again is well hampered. Needs to bump that red as well as get the pot. And he hasn't. So the black now is going to go on the green spot. Well, this is an easy safety for Coldest Pillow. No sweat at this shot. Played hundreds and hundreds of this type of shot. He's gone way too narrow though. Way too narrow. I mean, that's a first time hit every time, that pack of reds. And Matt's not putting him in again, because he would only get it right second time. No point in giving it back to him to play it again. But Matt's missed the target. Well, if he's playing right side, got to get it thin. Got it around the angles. Got good length. Well done. Now, if you're Matt and you're 4-0 up, then you can't get lazy. If you get lazy and start getting over ambitious, getting untidy, you don't want to do anything that's going to give Coldest Pillow encouragement. Well, is he going to have a go at this, or is he going to play right side of the red? Looks as if he's having a go. Well, it wiped its feet. It's gone in. He's on a colour. But again, he's the wrong angle on the colour. But blue's perfect if he wants that one. Now, is he going to just drop down for that red there? Well, he's not really got there. That's a foot and more short of where he wanted to be. He wanted to be there on it at least so he could get out of there. I mean, you can still pot it, but the problem is traffic. I think he's getting away with this, by the way. Yes, he has done. I mean, that other red goes, but got to judge the pace. The other problem is that oh, he's sent it to the rail. Yeah, black spot's still impeded. And look at where the black is now, though. Well, that's a good explanation, but that's true. You know, periodically this is what happens with stub in these tournaments. You've then got to ask the question, then why is it happening? Now, even Steve thinks there's an issue, but Steve can't put his finger on what it is. And I can't understand why in 2024, with a game that's, you know, what, 12 years old? And this, at this time you should be having such a problem. I mean, is it the equipment he's using? I don't know. Well, we could be here a while. Because Coldest Pillow is gonna bleed Matt dry here. Now Matt's found a line to the green by mistake there. And that's actually worked out nice for him, and look at the end result. Well, you can certainly go off the rail and catch that red. The problem is that though, he should have tried to get something that would get him out of there. But no real damage done. Well, this is the thing. Who actually wants to meet Stubb in a tournament nowadays? Let's be honest. I mean, it's not the fact that, you know, you're running scared of Stubb. It's the fact that you don't want to be messed about for an hour and a half. And the odds of that happening are fairly high. With the way his system runs, I don't know what it is. You want to avoid him like the plague. You know, unclean, there's something wrong with his bloody whole setup. I know the frustration I've had. I mean, the frustration I've had is, you've all seen it, you all know what I've had. I just landed on my feet and got very lucky. Really, really lucky by complete accident. It's nothing to do with that with Stubb though. But then again, you know, it might not do any harm. Cue ball goes in. I'm actually going to have a word with Stubb. I think I'm going to get into his PC and do a tweet for him and see if that makes any difference with maybe how his resources are getting drained on the PC. I think that might be what I'll do, because you never bloody well know. Everything can be hanging up because he's got maybe crap running in the background, shredding music running. I don't know, he could have 4 or 5 websites open that he's running backward and forward to. You just have no idea what he's up to, the guy. But I reckon I might need to have a route about and just change his power settings and see if it makes any shred of difference to maybe how his PC's lagging up or whatever's happened. It probably wouldn't make any difference, but you never know. You just never know. I mean, let's put it this way: if any of you guys had any idea, or were really switched on, somebody would have been clever enough to say to me, "Well, have you checked your power settings?" No, I've never touched my power settings. And not only that, the other little tweak that I showed you in the video, the minimum and the maximum process power in that. I mean, that only takes, literally 2 minutes to do. Get TeamViewer installed, 2 minutes, get into the PC, tweak that, and let him run with it, because it's not going to do any harm to his computer. If anything, it will make it a bit more stable from that point of view. But will it affect the way he's connecting to VP4? Who knows? This is sort of clutching at straws. I mean, I don't know that Stubb's in the habit of running malware bytes now and again, because again, you don't know what sites he's trawling through, and he needs to periodically run malware bytes on his PC. Watch the cue ball. Bye bye. To just get the crap cleaned out of it. And I think he because he's in the States, that little program that I downloaded from Microsoft PC Manager, it isn't available in the UK for some reason. You have to change your computer language to United States to allow you to install it, believe it or not. And I downloaded it and installed it. He needs something like that as well, where he can just get rid of loads of junk files by the touch of a button, because it needs to be sort of numpty proof. So you need something like that just to tidy things up now and again, because it can automatically do it for you. When a certain amount of files is stored up, it will clean it out for you. You actually don't have to do anything. You just let it run, and it gets rid of crap that builds up. I think this PC Manager thing's in a sort of beta phase at the moment, which is why you can't get it in the UK. The download link doesn't work. I think that's what I think I saw it in a video on YouTube, and you have to change your computer language from, instead of default English UK, to default English US. And then of course you can set it back once you've got it in and running. Yeah, I know that, but wouldn't it be another miracle if that solved his problem, wouldn't it? Well, all I'm saying is it can't do him any harm. And his PC resources might run a wee bit better with the setting that I've got. Don't forget, my PC's a lot older than his probably is. Watch the cue ball. Bye bye. Oh. Well, Coldest Pillow with a 33-point lead. Unless he does something completely baffling. In fact, he might be in a snooker here. Well, like that. Well, he's 28 in front with 27 in the table. So it ain't over yet, this frame. Far from it. Right, see you later. Well, that was almost a disaster there for Matt. So, Coldest Pillow in or over the pocket with the yellow. Now, what you've got to do in this situation is don't do anything that's going to bring the yellow up near any of these colours. If you're the player that's defending your lead, you don't want to do that, because then you're probably making life easier for the opponent to get the snooker, and that's a good shot though. And Coldest Pillow, little bit of tweak the left hand side, gets the hit. Yeah, no value in keeping playing with the yellow ball. That pink is sitting very good for a snooker. He's just got to bide his time. Well, there's a danger here if you're spinning this cue ball up the table. This could be fatal. You've got to watch the power that you put in this, because this could go in off in the top right hand corner pocket if he's running up to the corner. Got to be aware of that. Yeah, he stayed well away from it. But he could be in trouble. And this is what I'm talking about, playing a ball into an area where you're adjacent to other balls to hide behind. And Matt, if he gets this right, could have Coldest Pillow in trouble. He hasn't got there though. So once again, this is in or over the pocket. I mean, I'm rolling this dead weight. I'm not even trying to get on the brown. I'm just rolling this dead weight. And it goes. And that is going to be Coldest Pillow on the board at last. After an hour and 33 minutes. Yeah, Matt says, can you get 2 minutes? I think that's a good idea, because my bladder is telling me other options.
ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. virtual cue in your hand.
And that's a sucker scratch. Look at the light.
Shots you land.
Commentator's
From your
eye.
home to our screens,
Don't say I didn't warn
living out
you.
our pool dreams. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. The virtual cue in your hand. Amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done. Streams of games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius. Every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand. Amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done. Streams of games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match.
Right, we've had our mid-session interval. Welcome back. And Coldest Pillow breaks off in frame number 6, trailing by 4 frames to 1. Well, a shot to nothing's worked again for Matt. How is he in a colour? Not bad. Now, well, that red is tight. And he's trying to hold for the one next to the pink. That's tight as well. Very tight. And that's the black well and truly tied up. But look at the cue ball again. Excellent. Excellent length in the cue ball. Drops dead in behind the yellow. Big target again for Coldest Pillow. Well, there is a pot. The angle in the red is no good because you're doing damage to the pack. Now we need to have a look at the pack. You're playing off this red here. You're certainly going to bump a red out. It might go towards the black. Well, he's going right side probably for that reason. Going to bump the green. Now again, not a great deal of value in playing the pot, but it's still If you get it in, it gives you control of the table, provided you can get the cue ball out of there. And he's managed to get a little nudge off the red. Now, does that black go now? Yes, it does. Now, I'm assuming, yeah, the black's off its spot, that red's blocking it. But if you get good on the black, you can maybe get rid of that red out of the way. Now, it's going to bump the blue. Well, he has a shot to nothing. Red goes. Didn't get enough cut on it, and now he's left the red over the pocket. Matt's got a similar problem here in getting that cue ball out of there. He's trying to check the cue ball up there with left hand side just to kill the pace, and he's played it perfect. But he's too straight, although he's fine to actually get on that red. So black now on the blue spot. Now he can obviously play down for the black, get it back in its spot, but he's not really going to have a red. There's one red by the blue. The angle he's got in the black, slightly offline. He could pot the black and run forward and hope for something. I still think it's a bit too straight, that black. Well, he's pretty much got there. But after this, there won't be a lot happening. Unless he's good on a colour, extremely good. And that, well, there is enough angle to get a hit here. But he needed to get a lot of the stunning to straighten it. In fact, it probably needed another little bit more angle, to be honest with you. So back to the safety. Good pace again on the cue ball. Well, bumps the yellow, but Coldest Pillow's got a similar shot. Just short and pace this time. Now this is going to do a bit of moving, depending how thick he gets this red, but he's having a look to see if there's anything going on. I don't see anything obvious. Well, this is all out attack here from Matt doing this. I mean, we can see that red goes behind the pink. But he's thought better of it. That'd have been nuts to have a go at that. And Coldest Pillow has a chance, but look at where the cue ball is, nailed to the cushion. But black is available. Well, he needs to get comfortable in the black, and that ain't comfortable. Well, Matt's got a pot, I think, red into that side pocket. I think it just squeezes past. And those two reds above the black, they both go. Difficulties getting to them. Now you could play the big stun, I think. Yeah, he's played the draw. I don't know whether he could get away with that by playing the stun. Well, I mean, this side of the pack was never going to be good. And this is going to be tip-tap, no way back to bulk. Unless there's a touch and ball, we're going to be here for a minute or two with this situation. And keep an eye on that HUD top left. It will pop up telling you there's a touch and ball. If that came to well. Coldest pillow found a way. And that's a good shot. You can quick look at these balls because they get nudged about. Something might fall into line. But Matt's returned it with a very good safety as long as it doesn't go in off. And that's pretty good. And the way these reds are going to get nudged and nudged and nudged, things are going to eventually open out. This is dangerous as well, playing this red, because you're pushing it sort of in the gap with the black and the red that's bottoming to the right of it with this line. Well, I think he's maybe concerned about that. He's looking at coming off the bunch, or he's looking at going thin off the right one. Got to get it thin. And look at the red though. The red gets bumped into play. And well, it is a thin cut, but it most certainly goes. Well, no prizes for guessing what colour he's going to be choosing. Oh, that blue, it hasn't come into line, so Coldest Pillow's got a shot. Now, this is a vital pot here, by the way. I mean, he's behind by, what, 26? All the reds are there. He needs a good pot. And above all, he needs to get on a colour. And he ain't sitting perfect. Dodgy angle, cutting the blue. And in it goes. But he's forgot about the cue ball. Everything's hard work here. Well, now he's in business. And he's got the little angle in the red where he can come up for the black again. Wants to get to the left side of the two reds to take care of them. And that's vital by the angle he has in the black. And the angle's perfect for that. So he can get rid of the bottom red here. Just going forward off maybe 2 cushions and up to here to get on that red. That's the one he wants rid of. That's his nice pace. Just run an inch more than he would have liked, but it shouldn't really be a problem. Now, both of those reds are comfortable, so this is just a little roll off the rail or a little stun. I would always rather stun these and get a hold of the cue ball a bit more, try and stop it going to that cushion, but I mean it's an easy enough shot. He's worried about the connection in the other red. Oh, he's using all of the pocket though, isn't he? He's using all of the pocket. Nerves are jangling a wee bit. But it's looking good at the moment. 11 in the lead. Well, just a roll through, let the cue ball open out. Well, I would have just let that run through, and then, you know, you're just rolling the red into the corner here. And you're on the pink or black. Oh, again, it wiped its feet. He is walking a knife edge here at the moment, Coldest pillow. He ain't over the line yet. But the break goes to 45. Well, he needs to bump the blue or at least keep running. And I think he's okay. A sigh of relief there for him. I'm sure he can get the yellow. Oh, that's no good though. He's 25 in front. There's 25 in the table. He needs a good cut in this green or he needs to duck for cover. He's got to make his mind up. Oh, we could have a black ball decider here, or a respot I should say. Well, is Matt going to hold his nerve? Well, this is a bit more of an angle than he'd want, so he's got to take evasive manoeuvres here. Well, he's made sure he's coming high enough rather than trying to sort of baby it and take that pink into the middle. He did the right shot there. So this is off the rail, back across. But the side has done him. The left-hand side to straighten the cue ball has done him. And so Coldest pillow has just got to nudge this pink in. It's comfortably off the rail. And where's the cue ball going? But anyway, Coldest pillow gets his second frame in the board. And we've still got a match on. Well, my predictions still get a chance. My cursor is stuck. Right, Coldest Pillow is back in the room. Matt's just checking with him if he's ready to go. All good again. So we're into frame number 7. MC Clarkey still with a 2-frame lead. And Coldest Pillow has a teaser to start him off here, and again red sitting next to the black, so black's out the game. And not a lot to be had. Again, just a roll into the bunch. So here we go. Thin edge, got to miss the blue. Not bad length in the cue ball again. So that red in the left hand side. Again, you'd be crazy to go for the pot, but you're pushing the red towards the black. And you're hoping you get some of the black here. This time though, he's not caught the length in the cue ball. Well, this is a good chance for Coldest Pillow to get that pace sorted out. Well, he's got right hand side in this, as if he's wanting to get round angles here. Come down this. No, he hasn't. He didn't have enough on it. Not left hand side. Did I say left hand side? I meant right hand side. Well, he's found a spot behind the brown. That's pretty good. That's got Matt in trouble. Oh, welcome to Wit. Well, Matt gets a hit. Now, obviously there is a red on, but this is going to be blasting stuff. Who knows what's going to happen. In fact, he hit it that hard it hit the jaws and stayed out, and would you believe it, he's almost got away with it. But there's a plant. But I don't know whether Matt can get enough of the red. Yes, he can. Pink and black absolutely completely out the game. What was that song Tam made? That's it's a song he made called Tactical Genius. It's a bloody good song as well. None of the other guys will admit it. But I mean, I've used that Suno AI music thing, and the stuff I did was nothing as good a quality as that. I mean, apart from the fact it's about myself and it massages my ego, which I like, I think it was well done, which is why I stole it. I make no bones about it. So you're going to be hearing that regularly enough. Yes, it is harder. Yeah, I think you've got to have a poetic bent. I think that's the way you describe it. If you could write poetry and limericks and stuff like that, then you can do verses for songs. But I'm certainly not gifted in that way. Well, Matt tried his best to do damage. No joy. Well, there's going to be a fair bit of tit-tapping here, because who dare try to get back to bulk here when you're leaving a red on? And that cue ball is touching the pink. Well, I think we're heading for a re-rack here. Re-rack number 2. I'm going to lay odds on it. It's going to be a re-rack. Oh, a pot was on. Wow. Mistake there from Coldest Pillow. Never seen that. And look at the way the reds are sitting. I mean, there's a fair chunk of reds to be picked off here if Matt can get a good pot. Get this cue ball down to this business end of the table. I thought it was heading for a re-rack there, but the mistake was made in the safeties. Brought a red into play, and Matt was all over it like a rash. But of course, pink and black are still really no good. So it's always going to be hard work going up and down the table to get on colours. Needs a nudge in the knuckle. Didn't get it. Well, he could roll the blue in, but the problem with that is that there's no guarantee it'll be lying nice in a red. He ended up too far up near the top cushion, he'd have nothing on. Had to work that cue ball hard, but he's got a shot. Can he get out of there though? That's the question. Well, the answer to that is no. So he either... Well, he's got to commit himself here, because this red on the right hand side is wide open. You can't really play a good safety at that distance. Just nursing the blue in. Again, got to get some pace in the cue ball. And when you start digging down and doing that, and you're slightly offline at pace, they don't go in. Now, how's the red sitting? Let's have a quick look. Well, it's thin. Well, he better not bump the blue here with this cue ball, because Matt's going to be cutting that red in. Did he hit that red there? Yes, he did. Well, where he's finished though is very awkward. This is really tough. Down over the top of the green, Chinese snooker. And he's got the hit though, got the pot. And, well, you can't really be that ambitious with this shot. Well, he's going for it. And that's very well done. So Matt's making the move. Does that black go behind that red? No, it doesn't. It needs the legs, and he's got it. He would like to run a wee bit further. He would have ideally wanted to be there. That way he could pot the pink and do some damage. And he's just run a wee bit far. So now he's going to do damage. Got to be the green. And suddenly it's a frame winning opportunity. Well, the angle he's got in the red is too much. That's why he's refusing the one into the side pocket. And that just needs to keep going. Well, he can come back across for one of these two reds. That's reasonable enough weight. And pink going on the black spot helps even more. Well, if he was better on that pink, in fact, he might still play for that red that's next to the black. Let me have a look at it from this side. No, maybe not. He's too square. If you roll that in dead weight, the cue ball's going to sort of like there. So in fact, that's why he refused the pink. Now he'll deal with the red. Get them in the right order that gives you the best opportunity to get to that last red, but the way it's looking, he's what, 51 in front. Frame's already won, so he won't be bothered about whether he's on it or not. So Matt moves to within a frame of reaching round 4 in this year's VP4 2024 Virtual World Snooker Championship. Pink goes on its spot now, it stays out the way. And now it's just another little exercise in trying to clear the table. Now don't forget, this all came about from that mistake from Coldest Pillow, I think, if I'm right in remembering. Well, this will not make any difference. So Coldest Pillow has it all to do. Nice little break of 49 to secure frame number 5. Coldest Pillow breaking off in frame number 8. And straight away, Matt with a pot. Got to get a hold of the cue ball though. And he's gone in off, and Coldest Pillow. Well, this red is not nailed to the rail, but it's certainly there for the taking. And there's a red to the left of the pink. There's a one up by the black to try and get to. Well, he's got a perfect angle here on the blue. He's not interested though. He had a perfect angle to smack into that pink and open stuff up, but he's content to take what's there, but he's not got good on this red. Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. Oh. Well, dead straight in the blue, and the red to the right of the pink goes. So you just got to watch the pace. Could have done with running another 4 or 5 inches though. Again, he's got to dig in to get out of there. Hasn't dug in far enough though. You plonker, Sammy. Now, how's the luck with the bump? Well, that's just made sure the black's dead in the water. But he's on the red into the side. And it's a struggle. It's hard work for Coldest Pillow to get in full control here. But as long as the pink's available into a couple of pockets, he's still good to go. But he's got to look at getting an angle on this pink and been brave like that. He had the angle there, he could have given him a bump, but again, just tidying up what's there. I mean, if you take these in the right order, you know, that one there, does that one at the back there go? No, it doesn't. I thought that one went, so it's a bit of a head scratcher still for Coldest Pillow. But he's doing his damnedest to stay at the table and keep scoring. The break goes to 38. Well, now you would expect he's going to try and get a hit, but he's nailed to the cushion. I think he just got to take his medicine here again. I don't think he should risk doing anything. If he's going to roll the blue in, the cue ball's heading to that top corner pocket. Now, why doesn't he just play a decent safety then? Well, he's going to be running for cover now. End of break, unless he fancies taking on that one in the middle. He's got it. That little nudge in the other red has done him a big favour, because it's held him half decent on the pink. But again, is he going to be aggressive? No. Somehow it's working out so far. And he's flipped to blue as well. How about that for a bonus? He's got the red behind the pink into the side. Break goes to 50. Well, I think with that lead, you don't want to start trying to bump reds. You just want to take the points. You don't want to make the table better for Matt. There's no plant or anything set up. So a nice little contribution from Coldest Pillow. And the black being tied up, the pink being available in a couple of pockets. It's going to be hard work for Matt to pinch the frame. 60 behind. And still enough points there. $67 still in the table. But of course, that 67 is if you're taking blacks, and that ain't going to be happening. And I mentioned earlier on that Matt had mentioned to me that the loser of this match tonight will move over to the one-loss side and will play Albinario, who, if you didn't know, ended up having to forfeit last night. Albinario got his deadline time miscalculated. It was 11 p.m. my time, midnight his time last night, or midnight this morning if you want to call it that. Albinario thought that meant midnight tonight, but it was last night. Well, that miss there by Matt is finally going to cost him this frame. Coldest Pillow getting his third frame on the board. Although with the 3 reds still there, Matt may well still hang around. It's a tall order. This blue obviously secures the frame even more. But with 3 reds in the table, and eventually this black coming into the open, he's still got to bide his time. So Coldest Pillow with a 66-point lead. And 59, wait a minute, is that right? Yeah, 59 still in the table. Well, this could get interesting. Well, he's came out good, I think, there. Well, again, a free shot here for Coldest Pillow. And that definitely will make life really tough. And guess what, folks? Guess what he's doing here? So Matt concedes the frame, and Coldest Pillow is still alive. And Matt's break again, excellent. There is an edge to play with. Now Matt can have a free go here at this red. And once again, I think the black's been tied up all night with these frames. So he gets the red, needs a nice bump, didn't get that. And once again, no prizes for guessing what he should be doing here. First thing I'd be doing is zooming in, and then I can play the little deft touch. See, that was poor. There's no way Coldest Pillow should have been seeing any of these reds from that position that Matt was in there. He should have rolled in onto the brown, but if you're not doing what I'm advising people to do, then it's a lot tougher to roll dead onto the brown. I wish some people would try it and admit to me that yes, it does help. Well, Matt having a go there. Excellent pot. And on a colour. Although he might be a bit straight. Has he overcooked it? Oh no, he's got there. I thought he was maybe, but that red was never really on. It was too tight. He's on the one at the back. And it wasn't easy. So I think it's like deja vu. Every frame, pink and black, are absolutely no good to anybody. It always makes it much tougher to string anything together. And Coldest Pillow's the wrong side of the blue. Big power shot to get running, but forgot about the pot. And Matt's not getting a rub there. Could have done with hitting that brown half ball. So we're 2 hours and 20 minutes into this match. We started at 6 PM British summer time. And that is a very well played shot. Coldest Pillow is covered on both sides. But again, it's a big target to hit that back right hand side of the pack. But again, he's going narrow. Brushes the pink. And Matt, I don't think he'll put him back in, again, simply because he'll get it right this time around. Matt might put him back in, thinking that if he falls short this time, he'll leave the red on to the left of the black. So he has put him back in. But I think the odds are he's going to stick this on him. That's a lot heavier. So a little bit of side in the cue ball to get it spinning across. Try to use that green again, might be a bit heavy. And now there might be a wee bit of movement here. Got to watch that second red when he's playing this first one towards it. Well, he actually cut it more into the pack, which was a better idea. Well, who's going to make the first mistake? Colours are even worse now that the blue's isolated up the table there next to the red and the black. Blue probably goes. But if it does go, it only goes from the right hand side, I think. Let's have a look. We need to go up and have a look at this blue. Yeah. It's not really going to be good if you're sitting here though. What about the pink? Pink goes. Run forward. Hope you get a bit of luck, or you stunning across for the red. Well, he's not really got. Look at where the hell. Look at where the pink is now. Pink and black, all tied up. But You know, Coldest Pillow's just trying to get rid of a deficit to start with here, but scoring beyond that is going to be so tough. You know, we know the blue goes. That's at least one good thing if he can get that up on its spot. But you've got to get that cue ball out of there though. That adds to the difficulty. When's that match deadline? Remind me when the deadline is for that match. Because I haven't messaged him yet. In fact, who the hell is he playing? No, wait a minute, he's playing a guy that, is it Tench? Or am I mixing that up with somebody else? Well, excuse me, I'm going to have to have a drink. You're joking. The deadline's tonight at 11 o'clock. Let me have a look, hang on a minute. Well, I don't see Rodney in the lobby anywhere, so he's not expecting anything happening. Right, I'm just going to shut down my my stream in my phone for a minute. I'm going to go onto Facebook, see if I can get a hold of him. But the thing is I don't want Tony Sam sending a proposal, you know, for tonight. That doesn't give Rodney enough time to sort things out. And then Tony Sam gets advanced because he sent a proposal. I don't know. I need to find out. Give me a minute. Where the hell is it? Where's Facebook? Let's see. Tony Chadwick. Right, I've got him. I'll just message him now. I would assume that Rodney has been active and sending proposals. I'm not quite convinced that Tony Sam has, though. In fact, I'm not even certain I'm going to get a reply from him. Right, message sent. So I'll keep an eye and see whether he's got it on his phone. Who the hell said it was tonight? So I've just made an ass of myself sending him a message. I can hardly read the chat, remember, folks. So that's why Rodney isn't around. I'm relying on getting reliable information for you guys. Now I've made a complete arse of myself. Right, so it was Half-Wit that got it wrong. Aye, right, that's the last time I'm listening to him. What a numpty. No, Barker's never replied to anybody as far as I know. I think it was Napnicker that was trying to get a hold of him, and I don't think he got any response from him at all. He's never been seen since he last won it. Another bloody week, Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, hopefully that wakes Tony Sam up anyway. Hopefully if he's forgot, because, you know, Tony Sam's so unreliable for sending proposals, I think. He's missed matches before because of it. Well, I mean, it's not only that that's been a disappointment, the fact that Barker's isn't around to have defended his title. He was going for the hat-trick. It's the fact that we've had all of these forfeits, which has really spurred it all. Anyway, what have I missed here? Coldest pillow. Oh, I've just jinxed him, asking what have I missed. Because he's missed the red. But has he got away with it? I think he might have almost. That red will go though. Plenty of room. Well, here's a big shot. Only 22 behind. Oh, he's had a little nudge there. He's on the ping. And he's got that one last red up table, remember. So this is the match winning opportunity right here and now for MC Clarkey. And it's no guarantee that he's going to get good on this last red, because there's a bit of yardage to be made with the cue ball. And if he gets on this, see the other problem is this red is not handy over a pocket, so you've got to get that cue ball out of there, and you would really want to be on a bulk colour to begin on this last red. That's the problem. The chances are he's going to be on the pink or a long blue, and the blue, there's a slight angle in that blue, which means he's running down to this right side of the red. He can't see the green. Let me go to his end to get a better idea. Yeah, there's the problem. He was too straight in the blue, and Coldest Pillow breathes a sigh of relief because Matt's got himself in trouble. I don't think he can see any of the red. No, he can't. So Matt's still 2 points behind. Oh, he's got the hit. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, there's enough of the red showing. So Coldest Pillow has his opportunity to try and get back to within one frame. Oh, the Driscoll brothers. See, again, I know who you're talking about, Matt. That's the big tall guy and the wee guy that was in the young ones. The Driscoll brothers. I think they're supposed to be twins as well, as a matter of fact, and they're absolutely nothing like twins. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. So it is. The Driscoll brothers, yeah. Or if you're playing snooker, fouls and horses, not fools. I just made a joke there. Well, here we are. Coldest Pillow has won 3 in a row now, I think it is. Am I right in saying that? I think I'm right. So into frame number 10 after 2.5 hours. And Coldest Pillow breaking off. And got again a good length in the cue ball. Yeah, that's right. So Coldest Pillow get his first one. And then Matt won the next one, and then he's won 3 in a row. So I'm right. I'm not often wrong. Well, I am wrong quite a bit, but I'm right tonight, I think. Watch the cue ball. So Coldest Pillow taking the opportunity to try and break something out. They could have probably broke out better, but again, we've got this issue up and around the black spot. You've got that red that goes, you've got the black sitting there doing nothing. And you've got all the hard work to do to get on to a blue or a bulk colour each time. Yeah, state the obvious, Albie. It was 5-3 when I joined. He's won at least 1 in a row. That's Swedish sense of humour, that. Well, no reply from Tony Sam. He's probably on a sunbed somewhere at this time of night. Probably in the back room. How's this going to run out? It's going to run out, okay. Bye-bye. It's going to do that and just head straight up. Action replay of an in-off. How exciting is that? Well, I hate to say this, but I think I had my dinner far too early because my stomach is rumbling big time. Well, there is the escape route for Matt. So I'm going to have to take care of business once this is all over, whenever it finishes. It's going to have to be a snack. I think I've got a. It's not a Matheson's pork sausage. It's actually one of Aldi's. When I did my shop in Aldi's the other week there, I've still got one of them lying in the fridge. I might have that. It's meant to be a garlic flavoured one, but there's no taste of garlic off it at all. I might have that, nuke it in the microwave, slice it up, do something with it. But I definitely need something to fill that void. I can't be having as empty a stomach as this as to where it's growling at me. It's not in a good mood, it needs filling. And again, that's the other thing I forgot. I've got the timing on my Chinese reopening after their 3-week shutdown for their holiday. They came back today. I thought it was today it'd be open, but they came back today. They don't open until tomorrow. So I'm going to get that covered tomorrow at about 4:30 in the afternoon my time. That's when they open. I'll be straight onto the website and get my order in, as I have had withdrawal symptoms for the past 3 weeks. I've had, this shows you how good my diet is. I've had a Chinese of one description of another for the past, what do you think, when would that be? Let's say that one opened, my local one up at the shopping centre. Let's say it opened in 75. Well, I've been having a Chinese once a week at least since 1975. And I can still tell you what the first thing was I had out the Chinese. I'd never been in a Chinese takeaway, and the first thing I got was spare ribs, and they were lovely. And then it kicked off from there. I went through the menu after that. I mean, how many people can say that they've had a Chinese, once a week since, I mean, how many years is that? Nearly 50 years. That's embarrassing, so it is. It's embarrassing, but unfortunately it's true. Only Mark could match me there. Or better me. What time is it? It's about Mark's bedtime. Well, Coldest pillow and trouble. Getting another go. And this time he's nailed it, I think. Has he left any sort of plant on? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that. Might be going to the job, but the back red goes anyway. Well, these are vital points for MC Clarkey with the lay of this table. Oh, commentator's curse soon as I opened the mouth. He's hung the red. Pink is on into the middle pocket. And Matt might just be beginning to show one or two signs of wear and tear there with that shot. Now, well, there's an angle. He'll just be rolling through though. Not enough angle. Maybe if there was more angle, he might have did a bit of banging there. Oh dear, the red wipes its feet and hangs on. Everything but drop. And Coldest Pillow's visit gets him back into the frame. Gut growling again. That's disgraceful. The noises my stomach's making. I'm glad. Hopefully the mic isn't picking it up. Well, he's come out smelling of roses here with that bump. But where's the black going? Well, it will go on its spot, and it will go past that other red. But it's going to be very tight. Yeah, that black, you need to be sitting where the red is to be able to get at that black. It's going to be pink into the middle, I would think. This is just a little dink along the rail and let the cue ball run out. Has he gone far enough? Yeah, he can hold that. He's looking at the one behind the black, but that's too straight. The guaranteed certainty is potting the pink and holding for the loose red there. Oh, it went into the far side, but it's gone in. Now this is a little stun. He's now 24 in front. This will take him 30. He needs this pink, and he needs to roll through far enough that he's got a shot in this red. But has he got a shot? That's the question. Yes, he has. So this, effectively, for the match. And in goes the red. And Matt, with the black, secures the frame and the match. Well, the miss in the red that he had, that only cost him like, 14 points. And my prediction at the start of the match, or prior to it, was 6 frames to 4 to MC Clarkey. And there it is in black and white. A 6-4 win for MC Clarkey. Well, it's going to be a big test for Coldest Pillow now, because he's got the task of dealing with Albinario. So another solid finish. Matt, I think, has done this in at least 3 frames where he's had 50 breaks to win the frames and secure them. And this is the final one. The clearance of 72. Very well done. Looked as if he was sort of going downhill, but held it together for the win. So Matt marches on. We'll have a look at that bracket. First of all, we'll have a look and see there's no matches on the schedule. If we look down, we'll see that Matt is through to round 4, and he will be waiting on the outcome of that result from Tony, Sam and Rodney. And like we know now, it is August the 2nd, that deadline. And further down, we have LS3, who went through last night. She's waiting on the result of this. I reckon, well, I'm going to have to check with Keith as well what's happening there in that match, because that's still to be arranged. And over on the one-loss side, Coldest Pillow. Who said that the loser of this match would be playing Albinario? Well, looking at that part of the draw there, I think it will be Albinario. I can't see where it won't be. Did Kenway forfeit his first match? More than likely he did. I'm not even bothering looking. I can't remember whether he did or he didn't. Somebody will know. No, he didn't. Kenway actually didn't. I apologise to him. Rodney beat him 6-0. So I would think Kenway's chances of doing anything to Albinario are slim to zero. So Albinario looking like he would be favourite to get through to meet Coldest Pillow. That's probably more than likely what's going to happen. But anyway, that takes care of that for tonight. That was quite a good match between the two of them. But Matt held out in the end. So good luck to him. Thanks all for joining. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we will see you again very soon, whenever that might be. So until then, I will ask you to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you later, folks. Good night.